Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is Wednesday yet again, and that of course means it is update day here in Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2. It seems we actually have a handful of new things live in game as opposed to what we normally see with these sort of weekly routine updates. Now keep in mind, this is just like your standard hotfix update or playlist update in the background, so it's not a full-on title update. You don't need to go through and download anything major on your platform, no copying the update or anything like that. You'll probably be met with the whole update requires restart screen whenever you go to jump onto the game next. You just cycle through that, you're good to go. All these changes will be automatically applied. Now, usually, like I said, when we see these updates, it's like maybe a couple of sort of smaller bug fixes or something like that. And we have a couple of those to go over. And then it's like a playlist update, just changing out the modes. Today, though, we actually got multiple new content additions, actually. First up, let's talk about a brand new update for Ashika Island and Resurgence gameplay. One that I'm sure is going to spark up quite a bit of comments because of one of these sort of sub features that it adds in. So Raven actually ended up tweeting out yesterday afternoon saying, locate, recover, escape, and profit. Search and seizure contracts are now live on Ashika Island. Originally, this seemed to be planned for the Season 2 Reloaded update, and actually I'd mentioned that in the upcoming Season 2 Reloaded update preview video later on this week, but I guess they ended up pushing it out live now. And they follow up by saying, search and seizure contracts task you with tracking down Shadow Company mercs that have commandeered vehicles across Ashika Island. Dispatch them and recover the keys, drive the stolen vehicle to the designated drop-off location, but be prepared to evade retaliatory airstrikes. Enemy AI combatants only spawn during search and seizure contract and upcoming data heist public events. So the reason they add that note is because I think it was a couple days back, some players started to notice, hey, I just shot what appeared to be a player running through like the middle of the castle area, and I just got the armor break and takedown XP. I didn't get a kill for that. Why was that? Well, it appears that the AI bots are now on Ashika Island, and according to Raven, they're only supposed to spawn once these search and seizure contracts are active, and then once, Season 2 Reloaded comes around, or whenever they add in the data heist public event, once that ends up starting in any given match. So, yes, we had about a week or so of gameplay on Ashika with no bots whatsoever when it was just players, but now, because of this new event, which obviously you can complete to gain certain rewards and, get your cash up for loadouts and whatever else, you might desire out of the buy station, it does also, bring in the bots and the AI at the same time. Now, keep in mind, this is not like the crazy fast rusher AI yet. That's still slated for in-season, probably with the mid-season update, but they are now there in Battle Royales. So you got to look out for that. Be, on the lookout, I guess you could say, because you might be shooting something that does not matter now once this contract is live. Now, in addition to us seeing the new bots and then also the search and seizure contract added in, it also appears there's some more mysteries unlocked on Ashika Island. Prior to the map dropping, back when I had my dev call going over all the previews for Season 2 and Season 3 and beyond and whatnot, the devs did mention that all throughout Season 2, they're going to be adding in new Easter eggs on Ashika Island and for Resurgence and DMZ specifically, right? Right at launch, we did have the feature where you could actually get some fish and go feed the seal and get some rewards from that. You can also use the tokens to go to like the gambling machines or whatever. High Moon did tweet out this very ambiguous tweet saying, we've switched on some new secrets on Ashika Island. Can you figure out where we planted them? So there are a handful of new Easter eggs now live. I'm sure Geeky Pastimes and some of the other Easter egg hunters are going to find and discover these pretty quick. So I can't imagine they're going to be anything too crazy. They're more like little fun mini games or something like that gives you some slight rewards, maybe some airstrikes or a self-revive, something like that. Nothing too crazy like Bunker 11 back in the day on Verdansk, right? But still some fun stuff to investigate nonetheless. Now, today's update did also add in some brand new gameplay challenges via the Path of Ronin event for Warzone and multiplayer as well to get us ultimately one step closer to unlocking the crossbow DLC weapon. As we get into this conversation in the remainder of the video, quick reminder, if you guys are new here, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So if you want to guarantee you're always up to date with news, updates, class setups, tips, it's all right here. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you guys enjoy this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Really do appreciate all the support, all the love on the channel. You guys really do help it grow every single day. Anyways, when it comes to the new Path of Ronin challenges, we got two new additional challenges unlocked today, the Compassion and the Courage challenges. And so this introduces two Warzone challenges, one for each, and two multiplayer challenges, one for each. Keep in mind, you don't have to do like the multiplayer one and the Warzone one for Compassion. It's one or the other. Then by this time next week, we'll have all the challenges live and the crossbow will be completely accessible. But for Compassion, for the Warzone challenge, for this one you need to revive 20 teammates in Warzone matches between Resurgence or normal Battle Royale. Not too difficult there, pretty straightforward, pretty standard. And then the multiplayer challenge for Compassion is to get 100 operator assists. So a bit of a time consuming one, but we still have, you know, a week there before we're even going to be able to access the crossbow in general by completing the last 2 challenges. So you know, you don't have to rush through that if you don't want to. And then for Courage, for the multiplayer challenge, you need to get 3 operator kills without dying 25 times. So basically 25 3-kill streaks, if you will. And then for the Warzone challenge for Courage, you need to complete 3 search and seizure contracts. So obviously they're trying to promote the new contract gameplay there. So there will be plenty of bots on Ashika Island in the you know, coming days and weeks for sure. But yeah, handful of new challenges there to get us closer to unlocking the crossbow. Then, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a handful of new patch notes now live in game, a couple of bug fixes, then also some gameplay updates here. Initially, Raven did post a tweet this morning saying a minor Warzone 2 update has gone out to increase the number of armor plates found via ground loot across Ashika Island. This is an absolute W of an update because the plates are still super hard to find, super hard to come across. I'm constantly you know, asking my teammates for plates, trying to get an armor box out of the buy station. So definitely glad to see that introduced there. We also have a few new updates on the Trello board that have been updated over the past couple of days. Some new issues that are marked as resolved, meaning these updates are now you know, live in game and these issues are fixed. So initially here, the kill cam was actually glitching out and not showing in Warzone or multiplayer for the past couple of days. They did fully issue a fix for this. The kill cam should now be back in full force, so you can see exactly how you died according to the kill cam, which, keep in mind, is still not an accurate representation of exactly what the enemies saw on their screen, right? But the kill cams are back now. They also fixed an issue with the spotter scopes, actually. They completely disabled the ability to mark targets with the spotter scopes. That's now been fully resolved as of this morning. And then most recently, the nuke. There was an issue where you could get stuck on certain aspects of the nuke attempt on the Champions Quest challenge. So they've gone through and sorted that out. And that hopefully means that you should be able to go for nukes now with no interruptions outside of some game crashes. And hopefully, cross our fingers, that doesn't happen, right? We then move on into the playlist update portion of today's update. So we got some new things going on here and kind of an interesting playlist update this week for Warzone. We actually have 2 playlist updates. As of today, the new playlists aren't really all that new, I would say. For Al Mazrah, we have standard Battle Royale, solos, duos, trios, and quads. So just basic gameplay for Battle Royale for Al Mazrah. And then for Ashika Island, we just have Resurgence quads still. So like today's update is more of like a playlist continuation rather than a playlist update. However, we know that coming on the 24th now, we're going to have a weekend playlist update, which is going to keep Al Mazrah, Battle Royale, solos, duos, trios, and quads, but it's going to add in Ashika Island Resurgence solos while also keeping Resurgence quads. So we'll have the option there to either play solos or quads on Resurgence. So small update there, but something that a lot of players have been asking for is some alternative squad sizes for Resurgence, so you don't just have to play quads. And we also know, you know, in the coming weeks, we're going to see Resurgence duos, Resurgence trios also added in here and there. So we've got that to look forward to as well. And then jumping over to the multiplayer side of things, we also have a brand new playlist update here as well, featuring, of course, all the standard quick play stuff that's there every single week. We finally have the debut of Gun Game, which was said to be there at launch, but it wasn't there for the past week, but that's now live as an official playlist. We've got Grind returning as well. We've got Dome 24/7. We've got Infected. Then we also have the third person mosh pit, of course, alongside all the other standard stuff as well. Ground War, Infection, Hardcore, so on and so forth, but decent amount of playlist offerings this week for multiplayer. So yeah, with all that being said, those are effectively all the changes now live in Warzone 2 and MW2 thanks to today's update and some of the mini updates over the past couple of days. That's gonna wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. That way you can always guarantee you're up to date with absolutely everything going on in COD. And as always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. And the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.